We have reports on bulk food purchases being held up significantly. That's a big deal, friends. Also, we have longer wait times at hospitals. We're getting reports coming in from people in the medical field. Also, that medical insurance is not processing. Not only now at pharmacies, but also at dentists and other medical providers. Be aware going to any medical appointments that things may get gummed up. We also have a boomstick ban coming into play in Colorado you need to be aware of, and some other states. And we have many, many more updates from you guys coming in from all over. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade. And these are your updates coming in from all over the world as well as all over the United States, letting us know what you guys are seeing. I don't have great news for you, but this is important stuff. Some of these are very actionable items that you need to hear, so let's get into it. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you have a retirement account that you're not quite sure what you can do with gold, silver, or platinum coins, or how you can get into physical, Jonathan and his team would love to answer your questions. Those of you who have interacted with them just love what they do and have said nothing but great things about them and how they don't pressure you, but instead educate you. There'll be a link at the end of the video and also down in the pinned comment down below if that's more convenient for you. If you do use some other way to contact them, make sure you do mention this channel or else they don't waive the setup fee, which is hundreds of dollars. So let's get into your reports here. ATC and other things says, Northeast Ohio. I work for a long-term nursing facility and our kitchen director says he's still having issues with some food items being delayed or on back order. This has been happening for well over 6 months. If large facilities can't get food items, is that a shortage? Well, it sure sounds like one, doesn't it? So be aware that we have issues, even institutions are having issues getting certain kinds of food, which means that they may have issues getting it to your store shelves as well. Melissa says, hello, I went shopping in Greenville, Michigan yesterday, and the shelves on general are bare. The best buy dates for milk are only good for a day or two anymore. Is your milk still good? Might be something you might want to check before you walk out of the store. Terry says, dentists are having trouble sending prescriptions. Main computer server for dental offices is down. We're seeing issues with, yesterday we were seeing issues with the police networks inside Pennsylvania. Now we're seeing also dental offices having issues with their computer systems. Might want to be getting prepared to live without computers, friends. They also say no prescriptions or insurance claims yesterday or today. You might have insurance, but what if the insurance company doesn't authorize anything because the systems don't work? Do you still have insurance? It's kind of an existential kind of question, right? But it's a serious question. It's a matter of life and death in some cases. Can you get access to the medical care you need? Joan says, just north of Boston, yesterday I was working inside Whole Foods at the Amazon return counter. When at an exact time, our computers displayed and voiced a warning that basically our systems were being taken over. So I don't know how widespread that is, but it sounds like that is a ransomware attack. They were frozen and we lost electricity for over 90 minutes. No other stores in the strip mall lost power, just our store. Also, weird, the TV screen display was glowing bright while entire store was dark. Right? Interesting. Either it was on backup power or something. It was a great source of entertainment for my manager and myself as Whole Foods was stopping people at the door telling them of the power outage, and many people ask, do you know when it's coming back on? You gotta love that with a power outage, right? When's it coming back on? It's a power outage. I don't know. We don't know what's wrong yet, right? Deline says, in North Carolina, we see more and more delays on doctors caring for their patients. A friend went to an ER and waited over 6 hours and ended up being told she needed an MRI through a gastroenterologist. Called to get her an appointment and was told the doctor would have to look at an ER report. So before they could schedule it, the doctor had to look over it. She continued to get worse with a lot of pain and called the doctor to see what was going on. Nurse said the doctor had the report on her desk but hadn't looked at it yet. Told that they would call her. It's been 2 days and still nothing. It costs her $300 just to go to the ER, and then 20% of charges. So it's very expensive just to go to the ER. Just seems like doctors don't care anymore. Insurance premiums are so high, people can't afford the premiums nor the copays. You know, the secret is, honestly, insurance doesn't save you very much money. In fact, it ends up costing you more money in the long run. On average, it costs people more money to have insurance than it does to not have insurance. That's one of those things that, you know, it's hard to explain that to people, but the prices are so inflated by the insurance companies. When you start trying to pay cash, it's amazing how that price comes just dropping down. The cash price is like a fifth of what you're stated, or even less. It's absolutely insane. These insurance companies are just messing up the whole system. And honestly, how much of the day do these doctors have to interact with computer systems with these insurance companies? And it's a lot. A lot of the medical system is just filling out insurance paperwork. It's absolutely insane. If we were to just get rid of insurance companies, hospitals could lay off half their staff. Because that's what we're looking at these days. Why is it so expensive? Insurance companies. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know that these doctors don't care, but when you're put in a system that is designed to overwork you and overburden you and just load you up with paperwork instead of actually taking care of people, it's more and more difficult for folks. Malo says, a family member had a stroke a year ago. Since then, she has been to our local hospital in Langhorne, PA 3 times. And every time, no pillows. Also, our post office in Newton, Pennsylvania, has had 2 drive-through mailboxes in the parking lot for over 40 years. Now they have 1 slotted mailbox by the front door of the post office. This due to mail fraud, thefts and all that kind of stuff like that. Now you have to actually walk into the post office to deposit your mail. Nish says, in Orlando, Florida, 4 Walmarts had no chicken breasts, no margarine, no butter, and no milk. 4 of them. Very little yogurt and cream cheese. When I asked about the lack of these products, they said that there was very little coming in, so it goes fast. If you're not finding what you need, you might have to get there earlier in the day. And we're seeing problems with dairy across the United States, and you guys keep sharing that it's getting worse. My cousin is in Charlotte, North Carolina, and says that Lidl, the local supermarket, barely has any meats. Frozen freezers and coolers are also very empty. If you guys have updates, please do send them in. Just use the word update in your comment on any one of the videos on this channel. That gets us to the right place. Give us some sort of geographical location. Focus in on what's missing on your store shelves, or if you have conversations with people that know things like store managers or people at the store that can answer questions of why things are missing, especially truck drivers, and if you have information from your workplaces on supply chain, that's super useful information. Please do keep sending those things in. Thank you so much. Mary says, I went shopping at our Walmart store in Butler, Pennsylvania. Walmart is stretching out the products on the shelves. Wider space between the shelves. The coolers for frozen vegetables is half the size it was. No great value vegetables or very few. I noticed that they have shrimp in 3 different end coolers where the frozen meat was before. So they're spreading out the shrimp in order to take up coolers that should be meat. Seems like less meat to choose from. The large size spices are all gone for the most part, just the small ones now. Just less of everything. If you guys are seeing that too, let us know. because that's what I'm hearing from a lot of places. All right, this next one's really important too. Colby says Colorado also has a new assault lead dispenser ban that quite literally bans all boomsticks. Anything that accepts a detachable box or has a thread on the end. This includes short sticks as well. Also, Pennsylvania is seriously considering one of these bans or bills right now as well. Hopefully that doesn't get rammed down our throats, but other states are picking up this as well. Democrats do seem to think that this is a winning measure, and so they're ramming it through as many states as possible. So be aware of that in your state to see if it's coming your way as well. Especially if you're in a purple state or in a swing state, be aware of these things happening. Because it's serious. It's basically nobody's allowed to purchase these things anymore. And if you have it before the ban goes into effect, you're grandfathered in, but you can't purchase it. And incidentally, if you have it, you can't sell it because nobody's allowed to purchase it from you too. So be aware of those things. And you may need to get stocked up before the bill goes into effect in your location. If you're already in one of those states that it's already in effect, sorry. Looney Lacey says, Dollar Tree here in Arkansas has changed their brand of box milk. It goes bad months before the best by date. The milk doesn't taste good either. So be aware of those box milks from Dollar Tree. If anyone else is having issues with that, let us know about that. Lisa says, Joe Rogan recently interviewed Brett Weinstein. He went to Panama and saw firsthand tens of thousands of military-aged Chinese men encamped and waiting to navigate to our border. It's on Spotify during the last 20 minutes of the interview. There are hundreds of thousands here already. In fact, there are actually millions. They don't get to leave China without permission. And that's one of the things we brought up here before is we've been told, and it's hard to find actual documentation on this, but essentially, before you get a passport in China to leave the country, you need to jump through some hoops. And one of the easiest methods of jumping through those hoops is to be a Communist Party member or to be a veteran from the Chinese military. So a lot of the people that are able to get out of the country are people with Chinese military experience. And if you ask people, you can find this out. Also, in addition to that, we are seeing other people are being let out of the country, but they've gone through party processes where they've been trained. Okay? So how many of these people coming across our southern border have been trained by the Communist Party to do certain things? I don't know the answer to that question, but here's the scary thing is our government doesn't know the answer to those things either. We need to be keeping our politicians accountable. We're being invaded on the southern border. And if it doesn't stop and if we don't reverse things, we are open to attack like we've never been before. What's the possibility that the AT&T hack or situation happened because somebody stuck a flash drive in somewhere and uploaded some malware? The easiest way to hack into a system is to have someone walk in the front door as a maintenance worker and plug something in. I mean, that's physical access to the computer systems and to the servers is the easiest way in to any network. And those are anytime they do penetration testing, that's one of the things that they do is physical access is the easiest way to hack a system. Doesn't take any skill, doesn't take much skill, and it's very, very straightforward. And so if people are working their way into positions where they have access to mainframes and servers, we could be in a world of hurt across the board. Was this a shot across our bow? Possibly. Will they tell us if, will our government tell us if it was? No, they will not. All right, friends, if you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, there's a link right here or down the pinned comment down below. I'll see you at this video up here, which is another one from this channel. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report out.